Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'm live. Okay, let me make sure, as usual. You know, sometimes there are technical difficulties on these lives. I have to make sure that you all are seeing it. Okay, it just popped up on my phone. So please get those likes up when you come on in. Okay, if you see the hype button, hit the hype button. All right. So, okay, it'll help with the algorithm. People will know that I'm live and the video will do very, very well. Okay, so I don't want to get started yet. I hate getting started and there's nobody in here. Oh, hey, Jamar, how are you? Mr. Hey, how are you? Happy holidays. I hope that you had a merry little Christmas. I had posted something where I had asked, do you like Wham? Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year. And then between Wham, because Wham actually was the #1 Christmas song this year, and of course Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. But I actually like the Donny Hathaway This Christmas song. I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was Stevie Wonder for a moment, but it's not Stevie Wonder. It's Donny Hathaway. This Christmas, sun and bright tonight, and this Christmas will be a merry, merry Christmas, will it? Okay, I'm trying. Thank you. I wanted to be a singer growing up. I still want to make music, actually. I still want to make music, and I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. And I don't have to be famous. I might put it on Spotify or put it right here on YouTube. But yeah, I write songs. Well, I used to write songs and I love music and I even want to write songs for people. You know, I would love to be able to get in the industry and write music for people. So, yeah, I wanted to be a singer, a songwriter. I wanted to be an ice skater. I wanted to be a fashion. It's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do. Okay, so let's get into it, baby. There's some things we got to talk about. Oh, it's 21 people. Okay. Don't be shy, everybody, to come in the chat and say something, okay? So let's get started. You see on the screen just a few things we're going to talk about. Claudia Jordan, and people are saying that Kevin Samuels was right once again. I'm going to share with you what's going on. Okay, so let's see. The first thing that I want to talk about, because there's a few things, is what I talked about on my last live. Well, actually, one of my lives about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I had gave my opinion about why I believe that they were together. I believe that, oh, hey, the wish hippie. I had actually believed that Beyonce and Jay-Z were put together to be a power couple. I explained it thoroughly why I believe this happened, and that Beyonce is attracted to power and success, and Jay-Z represented that. And she wanted to she didn't want to date out of her race because, you know, she has her black father who was there at the time and what he did, and she wanted to have a little bit of being closer to black people and, you know, urban and everything. And Jay-Z also represented that. And she's from the South. She grew up in a big old house in Texas. She came from a 2-parent home, and marriage was important. And Jay-Z, her father didn't want her with him because he didn't want Beyonce's brand to be ruined with thug stuff. Notice how quickly Jay-Z retired and turned into a businessman when he got with Beyonce, started the 40/40 Club, Title, doing things in the business world. No more rapping like some teenager or some thug thing. He was with Beyonce. They couldn't have that. He had to clean up himself, his image, and make bigger moves. And Beyonce made her song, Let Me Upgrade You. when you're having the meeting, something, but she's at the meetings with him and stuff. She likes it being the power couple. So she never cared about what people said about how he looked. She has in her song, I Like My Man with Big Noses and some afros. And I need him with from the BK with the deep waves, when he used to wear his hair with the waves and from the BK. And then he said in his song, I have the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. Yes, Jay-Z was dating women in the industry, Blue Cantrell allegedly, and other beautiful women. And she tried to get with Aaliyah. He tried to get with her, but Dame was like, Aaliyah chose me. And Beyonce, there's always this thing about Aaliyah versus Beyonce. Look, Aaliyah passed away literally a year or two. Like Beyonce went solo after she passed. So you can't even really always compare. Aaliyah was a star and she was going to be a bigger star. I still think Beyonce was going to have success and be who she is, but people do question what would have happened because she didn't go solo until after Aaliyah's passing. I mean, she was interviewing Aaliyah on the red carpet. Jay-Z was trying to get with Aaliyah. So nobody knows for sure. It is what it is. They're two great women. And it was a power move. She wanted something like the Jackson 5. She wanted a royal black family, you know, and a power couple type of thing. And that's what she did. And people always say, oh, she wasn't attracted to Jay-Z. I think in the beginning, look, he got at her when she was like 17, 18 years old. She was younger. She wanted to be on top. Jay-Z, I said before, Jay-Z got a big old you know what. And I talked about a picture. That I saw years ago, and this is the picture. Okay? This is when they first really was publicly together. And if you look really closely, she has her leg around this area. I'm taking it there with this video. Her leg is up, messing with his thigh. I can see the print of his you know what. Jay-Z, Trina said it, that he was packing other women. And look at that look of Beyonce in her eyes. That's the look like, I want some of that. And look at Jay-Z's body and his facial expression. Even though he's wearing sunglasses, that's a look a man who's giving like, you feel that? You feel that? Uh-huh. And that's her like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then she got her leg up and I could see the thing of his, I can see the length of his thing. Okay. I'm taking it there with this video. So Jay-Z put it down on her. He was putting it down on her. And she got hypnotized, as they say. Not only is he powerful, she's attracted to that. An alpha male. At least he became more of one. I mean, they're worth like $1 billion now. So that was the picture. Okay, then... I mean, she was really feeling him. People were in the comment section saying, damn, Beyonce really was feeling Jay-Z. They were like, you know, that's the look of being vulnerable, hugged up on my man. That's my man. Okay. Some even said, oh, she's so into him, but he wasn't even paying her no attention. I don't agree with that. I mean, these are just some pictures some random photographer was able to get. But look, she's rubbing her man's shoulders. This is submission to him. Come here, baby. Let me cater to you because this is your day. Okay. And she's rubbing her man down with, you know, the oil, or the lotion or whatever, vacationing on a yacht. But I wanted to show this picture because when I brung it up, I couldn't really find it and it popped up on something. And I'm like, yeah, I want to show y'all how into Jay-Z she was. I mean, that's a look. We know that look as women. That's the look of pure infatuation, completely in love, completely being satisfied. He's looking at her like, yeah, you know how he talks. You like this? This is what you want? This is what you like? B, you want it? And she's putting that leg up like, yeah, I want it. And I can totally see, you know what. So, yeah, that's it with that picture. Something says, this is how women look at me. If a woman is looking at you like that, baby, I'm feeling you. If a woman is looking into your eyes like that, that's a look of satisfaction. Like, oh, shit. Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So speaking of handsome, I had to show you this man. The ladies are going crazy all over TikTok for this guy. His name is Anthony Joshua. He is from England. He's British. And right now they're saying, look, all these black British men are just like taking over as far as the women in America are like oogling and googling over him. Okay. He is 6'6". He's 6 foot, 6'6". He's tall. He has a great body. He has clear skin, smooth, clear skin. He's attractive. And I found out, okay, he's an Olympic gold medalist in boxing. Okay, so this man just almost knocked out Jake Paul. And the women are going crazy. He's very masculine. He says that he likes American black women. Okay, he was very specific. He said he likes American black women. And I thought he was Caribbean, but he's not. He's actually Nigerian. His family, his mother and father are of the Yoruba tribe, the Yoruba people of Nigeria. And that surprised me too, because I've never really seen a Nigerian man who looks like this. I'm keeping it real with you. So I'm not saying this for the sensitive people that there aren't any attractive Nigerians. I don't usually see them who looks like this. And the face, like the facial features, I thought he was Caribbean. Because a lot of the black people and mixed people in the UK are either Caribbean or from Africa usually. So that's why I assumed. But now I was like, oh shit, he's Yoruba, Nigerian Yoruba, 6'6", built, handsome, good teeth, and he's kind, and he likes American black women. So a lot of the women of all races are going crazy. Like the women in the UK said, oh my God, we have to hold on to him. We have to hold on to them. Now the American women have found out about him because they know him over there in the UK, but we had never heard of him over here in America. And I have to tell you, I like boxing, but I haven't watched boxing. I used to watch HBO boxing. It has fallen off so bad to me. I haven't watched boxing in a long time because I got tired of seeing featherweights. I like heavyweight fighters, and he's a heavyweight. I like seeing big men fighting. I don't like seeing them bony men. The men look so weak and scrawny to me. I'm not trying to be mean. They don't look strong to me. A lot of those featherweights look tiny. And I'm not saying they don't have strength, because they do. I know they could knock me out. I'm just saying, the last heavyweight I can think of really is Mike Tyson that I'm used to seeing that's really popular. And that was a long time ago. So to me, he's bringing back the heavyweights. Okay. And, the women like what they see. They like what they see a lot. And I'm like, damn, okay, I see it. They said, oh my God, what's that guy that Tiana Taylor is dating? He's from Britain. What's his name? I can't remember right now. But Tiana Taylor's with him. Then you have Damson Idris that is with Lori Harvey. He's from the UK. They're like, damn, so all these guys coming from the UK and they're dating American black women. And I'm like, yeah, that seems to be what you're seeing right now. So this is the new it guy that women are going crazy for in the sports world. Okay. So, and I agree. He is nice looking. How often? I don't see that many men that's really popular who actually have a nice face, a good body, tall, good teeth, clean cut. He doesn't have, his whole body isn't tatted up. I've noticed that with some of the British men, is that they're not tatted up all over the place. I'm not saying they might not have one or two, but it's not all over their face. It's not all over their necks. It's not all over their body like graffiti. And I hope they keep that, like keep your skin looking clean. Okay, if you have one or two, women can get over that, but like it's not like all over the place like Lil Wayne type of thing. Okay, so, all right, hold on, let's see something else.
Did you notice the girl who stuck her tongue out at Anthony?
Okay, so this was one woman. Look at how the women are reacting. Look at how they're reacting. Now, I might have to pause because of copyright issues with the music. But look at the effect he's having on the ladies.
Did you notice the girl who stuck her tongue out at Anthony? No one realized that her real goal was to become Anthony's new girlfriend. After Anthony's fight with Jake, he was walking backstage and briefly greeting fans. One young woman suddenly looked shocked. Clearly, she didn't expect Anthony to come over to her side. But the second she realized he was right there, her behavior changed. She leaned closer, stepped into his space, and posed for a photo. If you look closely, the way she stared at Anthony didn't feel casual at all. It felt intentional. And right after the photo, she stuck her tongue out at him in a playful, flirty way, as if trying to leave a strong impression. Some people think that wasn't random. It looked like a deliberate move to get noticed. What's more, after the fight, most of the people lining up to take photos with Anthony were young women. Another girl kept standing directly in front of him, constantly posing. Even though Anthony clearly didn't have time to engage, she still kept trying. So let's be honest. This isn't just about being a fan or taking a photo. It's about Anthony's status.
Okay, so she is making it very, I mean, look, when I see a fine man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I start smiling hard. I can't help it. It's this energy of joy that just comes over me. Like, I can't help but smile. I like what I see. Like, I ain't even hiding it. I'm sorry. Even if I wanted to hide it, I can't because I light up. Like, oh, shit. I start smiling at him. And she's doing that. I wouldn't have poked out my tongue, but I probably, if I like what I see, then yeah, I'm more than likely I'm going to start grinning at you because, I like what I'm looking at. Okay, I can't help this right here. So look, oh my God. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Now, I know women are thinking, okay, he's big. I wonder if the other area is as big as him. He's a big man. So, because there ain't nothing worse, a man that's big, and this, I ain't even have to say, but, let me get my thoughts together. I became a little overwhelmed for a quick little second. I mean, he's nice looking to me because so many men I see in the media and entertainment who get pushed, they ain't usually all that to me, a number of them. And I feel like, okay, I can see with him. He is nice looking to me. He's a nice looking man. He has a great body. And some people are upset because he says that he likes American black women, but they said his baby mama, allegedly he has a baby, he has a child with a white woman. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean he doesn't still like black American women. He's in the UK. He's not even around American black women like that. The UK does have a high amount of interracial dating with the men and the women. And I feel like, okay, maybe he likes multiple types of women. I mean, you don't have to like one thing. I don't know if he's getting married to that woman. I don't know if his next woman might be black. I don't know how he feels, about black women, period. But he says specifically that he likes a lot of American black women. So we shall see. Hopefully, he's not one of those types that talks all this junk. I don't know. We shall see. I've seen this a number of times where black women will get really excited and really love a black man and have all these crushes and oogling over him, and then they get disappointed and stuff. And I don't believe in trying to have control over someone where, oh, you dated another woman that wasn't black. So I've dated men not black. As long as you don't bother me about it, I'm not going to bother you about it. Because if you bother me about it and you do it or have done it, then yeah, I have a problem because you're a hypocrite. So, okay. So this is it, the new eye candy right here for a lot of women. I should have looked up how old he is. I wonder how old this man is. Let me look right now. While y'all looking at the screen, I want to see how old is he, and I want to know this man's zodiac sign. Yes, I have to know. So he is 36 and he's a Libra like me. Oh my God. Now here's the thing though. Libra men, even though I'm a Libra woman, I don't always like to talk to them. Not all the time, sometimes. Yes, they're romantic. Yes, they will love you. Libra men are players. They are players, okay? A Libra woman will actually date you and stay committed. It just if we don't want to be with you no more, we're going to leave. A Libra man, a lot of them will be players and cheating all over the place. I'm keeping it real with you, okay? I'm just keeping it real. They have that reputation, some of them. Not all the time, but it does happen with the man sometimes. But he does have some good traits, of course, being a Libra. But yeah, from what I've seen, they can be players, some of them. So, oh, you said October Libra males can be okay. So yeah, 36 Libra, okay. So let's go to the next topic. I've actually talked about this in my shorts, and that is Dr. Chanel Bryant. I calling her doctor now just seems funny to me. I'm not going to be long with what I have to say. I just wanted to show you another picture of why I said what I said about this woman. And shame on so many black women. Yeah, other women be. I was on a black media site, so I'm looking through the comments, and it's mainly black men and black women. And I'm sorry, y'all need. I'm a rip in y'all right now. I gotta calm down. I'm trying not to. Y'all are beautiful women. We're a beautiful race of women. We're sexy. We're luscious. We're desirable. But the mentality and what so many of you out here are supporting is why we're not being taken serious, because people think we might be slow on when it comes to etiquette and what's proper. Men want a lady. They want a sexy woman. They want a lady in the sheet and a freak in the bedroom. They want a woman who knows how to dress for an occasion. They want a woman that they can feel comfortable, men with sense. They want a woman that they feel comfortable, who they could trust to be the mother of their child and be an influence on their daughter. If you don't know how to fucking dress coming out to an event, especially at a certain age, you know what, and you claim to be a doctor, who's going to take you serious? Y'all talk about some of y'all out here, she got the audacity. Now look, shit, I just had a damn 16-year-old looking at me yesterday. I was looking good. Okay? I don't believe just because I'm not old, but I'm not a spring chicken. I believe, shit, I don't have to dress like I'm not a grandma. Even if I was 50, I would still wear my leather moto coat, my little pointed heels, some nice jeans. I'm going to still look good. But you got to know how to wear it, and certain things you got to know you can't always wear, especially if certain body parts, you're getting older. You got to know, okay? You can still look good. You can still look. There's levels to sexiness. Cleavage is not a problem to me. A lace outfit is not an issue. Something see-through with a cami under it. Not your whole bra. No one should be able to see your underwear or your thong, in my opinion. This woman makes a career out of going on podcasts, talking to mainly black men about standing up for black women and how to be a wife and how to attract a man. And y'all are out here listening to her because, yes, she is. Let me just make this picture with her. Now, look, all these women up here are over 40 and look damn good. I don't have an issue with everything they're wearing. But Dr. Bryant, this is trifling. This is trifling. Trifling. Okay? I can't imagine what the back of this looks like. And then I see so many black women. You know what my problem is with some of y'all? If this don't apply, let it fly. Y'all are fucking hypocrites on some shit. Some of you. And we can learn. We ain't perfect. Sometimes it happens, okay? I'm not perfect. But I noticed something, though. I noticed this where you complain that you want to be respected and to be seen as feminine and soft, and that you're a wife and you deserve to be a wife. But the minute that black women and men who criticize this so-called fucking doctor going to a public event in her fucking underwear, basically, you have the audacity to say, she's grown. She can do what she wants. Oh, I think she looks good. Well, she got the body. Why do y'all care? Why you're somebody's business? Y'all always, I notice that when it's time, you don't mind when the praise can come. But when it's time to critique some shit, then all of a sudden, well, why don't you mind your business? And well, it ain't you. You are representing me. Why do you think these stereotypes stick? Why do you think people assume we all got kids by different men? Because there's a significant amount of you who do, out of wedlock and stuff. And it sticks on black women. When we travel places, people think they can call us the N-word because y'all want to go around calling each other N-words and stuff. Don't call me that. You represent us, whether you like it or not. And you know you do. Which is why every time something happens, we pray it ain't nobody black. And then it ends up being black, or you see black women twerking in restaurants and stuff. So how can you want to be a wife and be respected, but then you don't understand that no respectable man who's looking for a wife would ever wife you up coming out looking like this? You don't know how to dress? You can't be somebody's mother. You don't know how to dress? Coming out showing your literal ass in front of everybody, and a man is supposed to take you serious, to take you home, and to wife you up? No, he's going to fuck you, and that's all you good for to that dude. Because you... Don't get me wrong, she might be wonderful. She's beautiful with a great ass body. But the fact that you came out dressed scandalous like this, you're sending a clear message. And a man that's actually in his right mind with class himself, who wants a wife, you come out dressed like that to a public event, he's not wifing you up on average. You're going to be fucked at large, and that's the most you're going to get. You might get some trips out in a date. He can't take you serious. And if he says something to you and you get an attitude, that also shows your mentality that you can't be helped and that you think this ratchet crap is okay. So I also have noticed that there was basically somebody was having a baby without marriage. Women choosing not to get married, but having kids with a man. He's good enough to nut in you and make a effing baby. But somehow, oh my God, I don't know if I can marry him. I don't know if he's the one, but hey, give me a baby and nut in me. And I can be stuck for life with a child by the dude. But I don't know if he was good enough to actually get married to. Some women like that. And some of these men don't deserve to be your husband, and you should have never gotten pregnant by them. Now, if you care to get married, if you don't care, I'm not talking to you. But some woman was saying, some of y'all don't be thinking about your kids, not having a mama and a daddy in the home, but then got the effing audacity when these statistics come out about how many black kids are being affected by not having a steady and nice home with two parents. Oh, we got to do something. God help us. Jesus, please fix it. Oh, it's cause, and then when someone says y'all need to try to fix this and have intact families, why do you care? Well, you don't got to be married to have families. Shut your ass up. How has that worked out for y'all? With your fucking Lord, out of order, dysfunctional ass community. How has it worked out? One minute you want to be married, then the next minute when somebody says stop doing this, or why does it, not every woman has to be married to the father of her children. Why do you want to have your kids in the house with no daddy? What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all ass? And then you complain, I didn't get wifed up, you can't make a man marry you. Because I don't like when people say just get a husband. I can't make you marry me. A man has to ask you. And just because he asks you doesn't mean you should be married to him or he's the one. But you'll waste time for years on a dude, get pregnant, and then talk about, well, why does it matter? And then complain type of thing. What pisses me off why I'm getting so mad, because y'all got the fucking audacity to claim to be the most Christian women in America. You go to church and God, Jesus gonna fix it. My Lord is my Savior, Jesus. Don't be sad, baby. You ain't got no husband. Jesus is your man. You ain't fucking Jesus. You don't even talk to him on the phone. Shut the fuck up. Jesus is your husband. Oh, he gonna fix it. I love me some Jesus. God, we need Jesus is the way. God gotta save us. Only God can fix it. God help us. I'm a Christian woman. We're conservative. Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't fucking conservative as no fucking community. You would think that. And I kind of see it a little bit, but with these statistics, please miss me with it. But what's tripping me out is that how do you talk about you Christian and you love Jesus and go to the church. But then when somebody says y'all really need to stop having kids with men you're not married to, even if that means not effing or just date another, I don't care what, just fix, if you can, it's just so much. Oh, the kids need a daddy. Marriage ain't for everybody. Why you in her business? It ain't so important. You don't need no man to, well, you could be a single married mother. Shut the fuck up. While some of that is true, it's like, why are you jumping to try to not have it for your kids? Black people don't love black children that much. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't love them motherfucking kids like that. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all do. But a lot don't. Even the men don't want to be stepdaddies. They don't like black kids. They don't even think them kids deserve a stepdaddy. If it don't work out, you had kids, she had kids, it didn't work out and you're dating, I don't want to be no stepdaddy. They don't like children. They don't love them. You rather spend $500 on a fucking lace front with baby hairs than get that fucking kid a damn tutor so your sons can learn how to fucking read. So we can actually have men who know how to communicate and read. And no, I'm not against no fucking lace front if it look good. If you can afford it, go ahead and get it. But some of y'all out here, you rather spend that much and then you don't have money for next month or something. Your baby can't even read. Get that fucking baby a tutor. Hop your ass on Craigslist or the local Facebook marketplace and look for a fucking local tutor. Invest in that damn baby so you can stop having these damn kids who can't even read. I'm trying to keep my thoughts together. Trying to promote dysfunction, trying to defend it, then complain later that you want it to be fixed and you want something different. But then when we talk about it and say you got to stop, no, well, not everybody. No, it's true. Not everybody's going to get married. Not everybody wants to. But you're talking about a 70 to 80% out of wedlock and unmarried thing. This is a crisis. And all of a sudden, but then you want to go to church all the time, trying to claim to be the most religious and faithful group of women. But yet the community and what some of you promote is complete opposite. But you want to be taken seriously. Anybody with sense would just look at this shit and evaluate and think you ain't got no damn sense, some of y'all out here. And with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant defending this, so many of you trifling ass women. And you know what the thing is that I guarantee some of you women defending this outfit, deep down, you wouldn't even wear this shit outside. But all of a sudden you want to promote it. Just go on and do what you want to do. It don't matter. It don't matter how it make her look. It don't matter how men look at her. It don't matter how it make black women look. It don't matter how it make us so-called church women look. How we go out in effing underwear under an outfit. And then you want to be seen as a professional. You want to be seen as a professional, but you took your ass out here in this outfit. You know how many black women are ghetto educated hood rats? Yeah, some of y'all can't even write properly, but yet you managed to be a fucking healthcare worker, but you can't even write a proper fucking paragraph at the nursing job. You can't even, I don't know how you got through college, some of y'all. And then promoting, getting mad when some woman says some of y'all come up there looking ghetto. It's true. Getting mad that you got to wear fucking short nails on your job. You're dealing with the public and medicine and in food safety. Everything is racist if it don't cater to what the fuck you want. And this is to black men too. Some of y'all are fucking hood rats out here who got an education, but yet your mentality ain't changed that great. You still date fucking bums and hood rats, ended up shot and dead as a fucking healthcare worker because you cannot seem to elevate still with some shit. Some of you. And I'm not talking about all of y'all. Okay? And I'm proud of a number of you who get out the hood and get educated because that's not easy. It's actually hard to pass those tests. But there are parts of it that just doesn't elevate. And y'all want to take this shit into your so-called professional careers and then wonder why you ain't seen as actual professional. Would you go to a doctor that you saw dressed like this? I'm not hiring. I don't want you to be my damn psychologist or whatever, because clearly you don't have that much sense coming outside looking like this, but having the nerve to try to give black women advice on how to get a husband. You really think I think a man would choose me to be his wife and take me serious showing up to an event in my fucking underwear? The fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm cursing tonight. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on if I'm being cursed out right now. Y'all just like, I think you said So y'all just live vicariously through men. I don't care what anybody says. Things between men and women don't change. It never will. It never will. I don't care what year it is. It will never change certain stuff. And I will not apologize for wanting a man if I want one. I will not apologize for caring about how I make my man look going outside if I want to be taken seriously to be chosen by a man. Some women want to be married and to be chosen by a man. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a fucking lesbian the way a number of women out here act today. Don't get me wrong. I know some men are out of order and I understand women's frustration. I've talked about it several times on this channel. That doesn't mean that I don't still desire a man. It doesn't mean I don't desire a masculine man with his deep voice and his muscles on top of me, dominating the shit out of me in the bedroom. Yes, I like it and I desire it, as I should. And I don't apologize for it. And to be my man and my leader and who I think submission is sexy, as long as he's not abusing me. He's taking care of me. Why wouldn't I want a loving, nice relationship and cooking my best meal for my man that likes it? And if I want to order something, he gives me the money to order some food if I don't feel like cooking. I'm not apologizing to any of you. Because, no, I refuse. Because in this world, a man still picks a woman. And it will be like that to the end of fucking time unless you're going to marry yourselves and make yourselves pregnant. And there are things that men look at. And there are things that we look at as women to choose a man to be our damn man and husband. It goes both ways. And coming out dressed like this, baby, ain't no man taking you seriously. He going to hit it and quit it. And yes, they do that to women who dress classy too, but you definitely won't be taken seriously unless he's a hood rat. Yeah, a hood rat man will like her. They don't care. They don't have any class themselves, a lot of hood rat men. She's one and the same with them. They'll get along great. But a man with dignity and pride and class, who's actually looking for a woman who has sense, who knows how to dress for an occasion, who he wants to raise his damn children, is going to look at that. And I don't take, again, she ain't no fucking professional doctor coming out dressed like that. Girl, please. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Who cares what men think? I somewhat care and I don't care. I'm at a point where I don't care really that much, but I do care about if I like a man, I care about his opinion and he cares about my opinion, or he should. I think it's equal on that. I know that if I'm dating a man and I like him and I'm his woman, I represent him when I go out. He represents me when he goes out. You know what I have to say, though? It's a mess things going on between men and women right now, but y'all go ahead. Y'all just gonna die off the planet, really. Y'all not gonna fuck each other. Y'all gonna hate each other, and then y'all gonna die off or turn gay. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about it. That's y'all future. A lot of y'all who hate each other. And I don't like a lot of things with a number of men, and I'm not settling for no bull crap. I have a number of men who don't like me. I got told off by 3 men yesterday because someone made a video talking about me. And they assume what type of woman I am, and they can go ahead. They weren't worth responding to. Okay. Why can't you uplift your sons so they're not insecure? I don't know what's happening with that. I would uplift my son and my daughter, and I would try to raise my son to be the best man I could if I had a son, but he has to have his father. That's why you have to pick a man you want your son to be, because he is going to be the one who influences your son. A lot of women, black women, got sons by men they don't even want their sons to be. Or deciding to keep babies by random motherfuckers you was fucking. You don't even know that motherfucker. Why are you having this child for? And then when you do find out about him, you realize you don't even like this damn man. Now you stuck with his baby for life. When you could have did something else. I ain't gonna get into it. So let's go to the next topic. The next thing I want to talk about is Mariah Carey, because Christmas just passed. I want to see Mariah Carey. I'm calming down, y'all. When I get riled up, I try not to curse like this. And I don't say everything. Yes, I love a number of black women. I'm not talking to all black women, but the comments that I saw supporting that doctor dressed like that at an event was disgusting. I'm like, y'all not going to never be taken serious as a race of women to get picked by some of these men. Now, some men are. We see it all the time. I'm not talking just black. Baby, y'all got to get it together, some of y'all, your mentality and knowing how to be classy, because it's lacking with some of you, and knowing when there's a time and a place for certain stuff. A man got to be able to bring you home, bring you to an event, take you out to a function. Okay, so Mariah Carey is, and again, I'm not talking about all of you, because I don't have issues attracting men. And I know a lot of you don't either. Okay, yeah, it was at Jeezy's so-called classy, they call it classy party. Okay, so Mariah Carey has a residency in Vegas. I want to see her very, very bad. And Rihanna actually made a surprise visit to see her. Okay, so I thought, okay, Rihanna was in the audience. Now Rihanna, oh, sorry, you were talking to Aries Goddess. Okay, Rihanna is actually, she just went to the Brandy and Monica concert. So Rihanna is showing a lot of support. Rihanna showed up to see Mariah Carey. She showed up to see Brandy and Monica. And I love to see it. Okay? So look, y'all know I love Mariah Carey and I love her Christmas song. And I want to share with you right now, this woman did a cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. And I want to know what you guys think real quick.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, listen, baby. Oh, Jesus, this sounds so good. She did her shit. She did it. Baby, look, I love music. When I hear something like this, oh my God. Girl, I gotta give her applause. Girl, she did it. That sounded so good. So look, y'all know I want to sing real quick. Hold on, because y'all know I love this song. I wanted to be a singer. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Okay, listen, that's the best I could do right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. That girl got me so hyped up. Oh my God. Oh, she did that. All I want for Christmas. Look, I'm trying, y'all. Sometimes, look, when I was younger, my voice was even better. I was watching Mariah Carey on VH1 doing concerts and stuff on TV, and I was singing them high notes like Mariah, and I said, I'm going to be a singer like Mariah. I'm going to be a singer. And then when puberty hit, my voice changed. It's still somewhat good, but, you know, sometimes I can sing it really good, and other times it's okay. So, yes, she did that. She did that. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. There are so many songs I love that I want to sing for y'all. Okay. So something else I want to show you before we get into the heavy topics, because there's some heavy things we have to talk about. I want you to look at this.
I had some heavy cream that was about to go bad, and did you?
Okay, this woman is actually showing you can freeze heavy cream. So when your heavy cream is just sitting in the fridge and it's about to go bad or something, get a silicone mold like this and freeze it. Fill it up to how much you want. Put your heavy cream in. Some of them come with a lid, okay? And then stick it in the freezer. Now, some people said, well, if you freeze dairy like milk and heavy cream, that it will separate when it thaws out. Here's the thing. I froze milk. You can freeze milk. I saw it on a video. And you just let it sit till it completely thaws out, and then you shake it. That's what I did, and the milk was perfectly fine. I've never frozen heavy cream, but oh my God, I said, this is genius though. I mean, seriously, I'll have it on hand if I need it for a pasta sauce. Some people put it in their coffee. Okay. And I said, I'll try it. You know, it might separate. I'm not sure. Some people say, oh no, it'll be like cottage cheese. Well, it wasn't like that when I thawed out the milk. And I saw that on TikTok, you can freeze milk. So yeah, try it. I said, I'm going to try it. I have heavy cream, and I'm just going, if I'm not using it, I don't want it to go bad, I am going to get a silicone mold. They even have that at thrift stores. And I'm going to freeze it. And when I need it, she says she just puts it in the soup or whatever. Maybe she puts it in frozen, or just put it in a bowl and just let it sit and completely thaw out. You know, give the bag a little shake, and then you have heavy cream. Still, you know, and I actually started freezing my vegetables, my green pepper, bell pepper, and celery and carrots. You cut it up, and then you put it on a flat sheet with some parchment paper or whatever. Stick it in the freezer. This is so it doesn't have freezer burn or all clumped together. You freeze it, and then you put it in the freezer bag and vacuum seal it with the straw method or with your machine. And that's what I've been doing, and it works perfect. Okay, so now let's get into Nicki Minaj, baby. I talked about Nicki in the other video. Leave a heart if you're mad at Nicki. If her supporting Donald Trump is making you cancel her. Leave a heart if Nicki has been canceled to you. Because apparently 7,000 people have signed a petition for Nicki Minaj to be deported. Now, from what I understand, she's from Brooklyn or Queens. Her ethnicity is Trinidad, Trini. But from what I thought she was born in America. Because if she was born here, she's a citizen. She can't be deported just because her parents are from Trini. I'm not 100% sure, but some people are like, oh, we need to deport her. We need to deport her because I'm not against her wanting to stand up for fellow Christians in Nigeria who are being persecuted. But other people said, no, this is for her husband, you know, because of the grape, and she doesn't want to get deported, or she wants him to get a pardon. Oh, people in the industry and people are against her. They're trying to ruin her career, so she's trying to gain power next to the president to get his protection. This is all possible stuff. And other people like, no, this is what she believes in. She's a Republican. So Yeah, I'm not with being a sheep type of thing. Mona says she can support whoever she likes. I love Nicki Minaj. I don't like that she married that man, from what he did, that grape and all this stuff. I don't believe in trying to make somebody vote the way you think they should vote. And I'm going to rile y'all up with something I got to say when it comes to politics, okay? So this was kind of funny and sad. Someone made this an obituary. They said a celebration of life. Onika Tanya Mirage, aka Nicki Minaj. They're like, after what she just did, going on that turning point with Erica Kirk, they're like, rest in peace is over. They said she now lost her mind. This ain't the Onika we know no more, y'all. She gone. She gone, y'all. She in the hands of the Republicans. Once they done using her, your black behind, they gonna be, it's over for you, Nicki. It's over. But she ain't black anyway. She got some Indian. So do a lot of Caribbeans. But they're like, oh God, no, throw away. She ain't one of us. She ain't like us, like Kendrick. She ain't like us. Even as if there aren't any black Americans who did not vote Republican. They're out here conservatives, being conservative. And but I look, people are like, absolutely not. They're like, Nicki now lost her mind. We can't support her no more. And then Amber Rose said, oh, well, if Nicki was twerking at an abort, rally at a black area, then she would get support, because basically y'all support the wrong damn thing. Y'all not conservative, basically. So, let's see what some people are saying.
Black people hate Black Republicans more than they hate racist white people. The reason why you're having such a visceral reaction to Nicki Minaj's behavior regarding the AmFest convention where she spoke at with Erica Kirk, the tweets of her praising Donald Trump and JD Vance, as well as her speaking at some events, is because y'all move and operate as if Black people are a monolith. You don't want to accept the fact that Black people do align with the Republican Party. Their values aligned with the Republican Party. You have a hard time accepting the fact that there is a good number of Black people who do not align with identity politics. And while y'all sit there and huff and puff and scream about we are not a monolith, you want Black people to move like a monolith. We're not a monolith when Black people are showcased in a negative light. But you do not respect cognitive diversity. You do not respect the fact that there are Black people who align with the Republican Party because they share the same conservative values. Because Lord forbids, if more Black women were to run for office as a Republican, you would drag their asses for filth. Because it's the one and only time where you're cool with Black female Republicans being on the receiving end of a lot of racism. I saw that in my home state. Y'all were cool about that. You don't respect cognitive diversity. You hate Black Republicans more than you hate racist white people.
I ain't gonna lie to you, sitting and watching Black people react to Nicki Minaj coming out basically as a conservative is crazy. Because this is my thing in the Black community. We will sit here and praise rappers for talking about murdering people. We will sit here and talk about, praise rappers talking about molesting women, sexually raping women, all of this shit. We will do all of this. We will sit and literally listen to music that degrades our community, that degrades and devalues Black families. We will literally sit here and support Black men who don't even take care of their kids. We will celebrate a man going to prison and then being released, but we draw the line when somebody comes out and says they're a conservative. We just completely, that's where we draw the line. I'm asking, is that where the line is drawn? But then in the same token, in the same breath, we will praise all these Black rappers and all of these Black drug dealers in the community. But we draw the line when it comes to politics. I just don't get it, bro.
He has some pretty teeth. Okay, so hold on for a second.
Black people.
Did he lie? Did he lie at all? And it's true. I also agree that who she married, I couldn't take Nicki Minaj serious because how can you be conservative and Christian, but you married a rapist? The woman was on camera crying, reliving what he did, and he was charged. And her brother raped his stepdaughter. And some of her music is just, it's interesting to me. But as far as what that man said and what she's saying, look, I see it all the time. I literally, when I look for things that's interesting to discuss on this channel, and I look on black media, so many of the people promoted are filthy, gutter, hood rats. I'm like, why are these the most popular people in black America? That fucking Blueface and Krishan. They're both trash. He has tattoos all over his face. Boozy has said one thing I agree with, but that damn Charleston White and these loud, ghetto, can't speak English right, tattooed in the face, twerking everywhere, feeding the baby, liquor type stuff. Why are these people the most popular black people? But then you don't want to be seen like white people with the trailer trash, but yet our trash is the most dominant and popular within the so-called race. And then you throw a fit that people believe all black people are ghetto hood rats who can't speak English, who have kids everywhere, who don't get married, and promote drugs and filth. That's what you see promoted a lot. Let's keep it all the way real. And she's saying right here, and it's true, like, if I were to ask black people, why don't you like Republicans? They might say they're racist. I'm sorry, y'all. A lot of people, regardless of what their political affiliation is, a number of them don't like you. There are plenty of racist Democrats who don't give one F about you. They don't like you. Just like there are racist Republicans that don't like you. Just like there are other groups who don't like you, who have all these religions and political things and claim to be loving. And they don't, it's like 50-50. 50-50. Let's just keep it all the way real here. What do you think? What is a Democrat? Okay, Democrats support some social programs that help people. That don't mean they all like you, though, like that. A number of them. I understand when people think, well, who would I vote for? Because the Republicans trying to take away women's rights and send us to the 1500s. Then like, I got to pick a Democrat because they're more modern. But then they're trying to give teenagers hormone blockers, let prisoners get SMEX changes in jail. They on some bullshit, too, a number of them. Okay, but if you had to pick between the two, okay, a lot of people are going to go with Democrats or whatever. But why does a black conservative bother black people who claim to be conservative? You claim to be against LGBTQ marriage, but yet you support a party that literally made it legal. You claim you're against children having hormone blockers. You support a party that gives them hormone blockers. You claim abort, is wrong on some of y'all. Well, oh no, well, the Republicans feel that's wrong. Okay. So, look, Mr. Universe says, I'm voting for the third party. Okay. I'm just saying, some black people have been indoctrinated to vote Democrat because that's what your parents and grandparents did, and they told you that's who you had to vote for. And then I do understand also there are things that they support that's very important that help black people. And there are some things that don't. We just need a new party, in my opinion. Period. A whole new one that makes sense for everybody. But okay, let's see what trifling Joe Budden, who I also don't take serious, let's see what he had to say.
Let's get back to it.
Let's do it.
Nicki Minaj, Turning Point USA. She went out there. By now you've seen it. I got a bunch of phone calls about it.
I bet.
I'm out. I'm done. That was it. Sorry, I'm gone. I'm gone. That's it. The last dance. That was the last candle on the cake for me. Sorry, Barbs.
And who the fuck would take you seriously? And you got black people that actually look up to this man. You treated your fucking women like shit. You're a black bastard that treats women like shit. That damn Dominican woman, she wasn't, she thought she was going to be treated different because she was Dominican or whatever. Puerto Rican or something. I think she's half Puerto Rican and half Dominican. Santana. And then you got on TV and you treated her like absolute shit. At the end of the day, I am still a woman. You treat women like shit. I don't care for you, Joe Budden. I don't like you. I would never fuck you. I would never marry you. You treat women like absolute shit. Let's continue.
Sorry, Nick. Don't call me, don't text me. It is what it is. Sometimes how y'all move around out there does have an effect on how I view you, and this was one of them things. I'd be a fool to think that you didn't consider that before you did it.
I'm sure.
Which just says to me that you really don't give a fuck. I'm even more baffled. I don't even know how much of this conversation I could have. But they're so anti-transgender, which is confusing to me because I've been to the Nicki concert.
That's the
Rapper Joe Budden says Nicki Minaj speaking out in support of Nigerian Christians at an American festival is very anti-black. Oh, I'm supposed to just support all black people no matter where they are, even if they're fucking raping children and graping people and cutting up vaginas and persecuting Christians. I'm supposed to support them because, hey, they're in Africa, so that means they're little angels on earth, and I have to give blind support to them, even if they would chop my head off because I don't get down with their religion. Do you see why you keep losing? You're so stuck on blackness, you have no sense. But yet some of you claim to be Christian, and the Christian God told you to know how to separate. But yet you want to claim everybody in the world who's black with completely different values and beliefs and cultures from you. Wake the fuck up.
I'm so confused by so much of what was said on that stage.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, hoping that maybe
Same.
it was going to be impartial or there was a reason, but she was just echoing a lot of the shit that you would expect to be echoed.
I remember
highly disappointing.
Oh,
Same. Extremely disappointing.
I'm not disappointed.
Very, very anti-black of you. Very anti-black of you. Let's just call shit what it is.
Okay, so that's what he said. Well, baby, I think, a lot of you black men in hip hop are very anti-black. You want to fuck everything but a black woman, half of y'all. You're very anti-black yourselves, half of y'all in that industry. Very hypocritical and interesting to me. But anyway, you treat women like absolute shit. The way you treated Sin Santana when she had that child was so disgusting. Please. But yeah, Mr. Universe, what I'm saying is that you have black people out here who are so obsessed with race that you'll blindly support, just like some of them are going hard for them Somalians who believe in child marriage, and over 90% of those girls' vagina has been mutilated by them and cut open on the wedding night. What? And I'm supposed to blindly support them just because they happen to be from Africa? Or we got to support everybody black? I don't support everybody black. I don't align with their cultural beliefs and practices in certain parts of this world who would harm me and my damn children physically, and child marriages, and beating women without laws and stuff. This is beyond skin complexion. I don't give a damn because everybody got melanin. We ain't one just because we got melanin on the planet. If your beliefs don't align with me and what I believe in, and how my culture is, I don't have to join forces with you when it's destructive to me. I'm going to have a whole video on it about black people. Y'all just be blindly supporting black people who will chop your fucking head off in a religious war. Those of you who claim to be Christian. And they literally do with machetes up over in the places, some of these places. Okay, let's see what her sister had to say.
And people think she's a hateful person. She's just hurt. And she's going through her own battles where, trauma's coming back to her probably. And it's like people attacking her is not going to make it any better. So people just making it seem like she's not really a good person. Not even a good person. I feel like y'all just need to have an open mind for what other people just go through. And people think she's a hateful person. She's just hurt. And she's going through.
Yes, this is her sister, Ming Lee. She doesn't talk about her much, but this is her sister. Okay. And she says that she's going through something, and that's why, she's saying all this stuff. Leave a heart if you believe what her sister just said. Now here's something that I have to say that's going to rile y'all up a little bit, but I've said it years ago and I still stand by it. Maybe I need to say it again.
A lot of people are saying that people keep voting for Democrats or keep voting Democrat, but the Democrats aren't doing anything for the black community.
That's true.
So
I lived it. That's true.
You lived it. You mean
I lived it because I am a Democrat. I ran as a Democrat. And if you go check my voting record, that's what I always pull, a Democrat ballot. And Democrats really need some help. And I'm here to say it proudly that a lot of them don't belong in the seats that they're in. Residents have to really research them and stop listening because they say they're a Democrat don't mean they for you. Mm-hmm. They're normally for themselves. You have to really pay attention and change the narrative that we see right now.
Right.
Because right now, Republicans are doing a good job to me.
Ooh, I like that one. A lot of people are saying that people keep voting for Democrats or keep voting Democrat, but the Democrats aren't doing anything for the black community.
Let me breathe. I'll say this again to my dying breath unless I see it change. No one's saving black American people. They can't fix you. I don't give a fuck how much money they give at large. They can't fix it. Nope. This is a cultural problem. They cannot fix what's wrong. This is something in-house. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I do believe that giving money for programs can help. Investing in black business owners can help. I don't believe that there's a so-called really black community that much. I've said this repeatedly, is black people don't really have communities like that. You have neighborhoods where you might dominate, but you don't own half the shit there. You don't own the laundromats, you don't own the supermarkets, you don't own the library, you don't own most of the colleges, you don't own the clothing stores. You have a sprinkle, like in Atlanta, of business owners and entrepreneurs. But do you have, yes, there are black towns in Maryland with highly affluent, very well-off black people who happen to have jobs they work, where they make money working under who, where they can afford to live good, but do they actually run shit? There's a difference between living somewhere and running the shit. Like when hood booger thug black guys fight over turfs, you don't even own the fucking property. You don't own the block, you don't own the homes, you don't own the real estate, you just live there. You go out every day in most black neighborhoods, and every store you see ain't you. A good portion of them. Just the area over in town is a black populated area, but you don't run shit there. So it's not a community to me that much. You have a sprinkle. Sometimes I can say community, but there's a lot of black places that's just black neighborhoods. It's not like the Amish to me or the Jews in Brooklyn type of shit. So they can't fix this problem all the way. Yes, I believe they could invest and help with the neighborhood, the infrastructure, maybe a program to help like Job Corp, those type of things. But deep within, this cannot be fixed until morality and culture is changed. They cannot stop y'all from fucking and making these out of wedlock kids. They cannot stop you from not pouring into your children. They can't help you when it comes to pouring into your children so they know how to read. You have a lot of y'all out here, you depend on the teacher for everything. You don't even read to your effing kids at home. You don't even read to them. You can't even read, some of y'all, but you don't put effort into your kids knowing how to read. That money you spend in the club and on lace fronts, go get a fucking tutor type of thing, some of y'all. I'm just saying. No investments. Black people don't invest in ourselves at large. But yet we're always talking about some Democrats and Republicans. Half of y'all don't even know what you want. If I were to ask these women, what you want from them? Give me the list. What do you want them to fix? How are they going to fix black people? Half the problems ain't even their problem. Because it's not them doing it to you. A good portion. Some of you are not getting jobs because you can't read. You don't know how to write properly. You don't have the qualifications. And then the men are so lazy, some of them, they rather tell you to go to trade school than to actually go to school to start dominating in some of these fields. So we actually have men to go to, doctors and lawyers and gynecologists and all this other stuff, not just a bus driver. And that's not a diss, because bus drivers do make good money. Y'all can't all be that. You can't build a community if your group don't invest and become these things that you need like other groups of people. But it's in the house, and it's the lack of households and the lack of structured families as to why things look the way they do, and people not having sense making babies together, which is kind of irreparable. I don't give a fuck how much Democrats and Republicans give with money. They can't fix half these problems. This is our problem. And you can get mad if you want to. It's the truth. They cannot make you, the men, stop murking each other. They cannot stop thug culture. They cannot make you pull up your pants. And when they try to, you say it's racism. Even the black women, I've seen it. It's racism now. Oh my God, they want you to be clean cut at the job and cut them fucking raggedy ass dreadlocks off. Oh my God, it's racism. Oh, I have to follow some law and order or their rules. It's racism now. Everything. You're too hard-headed and stubborn and rebellious on certain things to be fixed. And I'm not telling you to be an ass kisser. Just order and some certain stuff. I see it all the time. Everything is always a problem of racism. Anything that has to change to get more structured or more neat or more in order is racism now. But do this, do that. They got to fix it. They can't fix it because it's your household. It's how you're raised and your mentality. They can't fix certain things. It's in the mind. It's the brain. It's in the mind. It's how you're raised. It's in your house. It's your values, your morals. And when we see women fighting for a so-called doctor to show up to an event in her fucking drawers, please with it. I'm just saying, there are a lot of good black people. The problem is everybody's scattered and we haven't selected a state to move to start over type of thing. Everybody's just scattered everywhere and everybody's mixed in together. And then when you talk about a separation, oh, it's classism. Oh, you're a fucking boule. Oh, you're the blue vein society now. Oh, you're this, that. Oh, we all we got. I don't want to be with some of y'all. Some of y'all. No, I don't get along with. I've lived in the hood and the suburbs. I can't get along with them aggressive hood rats that want to fight you over everything and humiliate you and pick on you and always talking shit. I don't get along with them. Or loud, don't know how to speak, or always criticize everything you do or something is white. I don't mesh well with them. I don't. The mentality. I don't mesh well with them. It ain't happening. It just doesn't. It's differences. It is. Or the women who are very, very educated but highly stuck the fuck up. I don't get along with them either. It's a mixture going on. It's a mixture. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. There needs to be a balance. I can get along with anybody just because someone's in the hood doesn't make them bad. I'm talking about a mentality, not where you live. A mentality. All right, so let's go to the next thing. Hold on. It's mostly the media that portray black people. Even black people like to portray this shit. Go on any black popular social media website, like on Instagram, and look who they promote constantly. Why is Blueface popular? He treats women like shit. He has tattoos all over his face. DDG and all of them. And this is who the youth always have to look up to. Trash. Constantly. Constantly. It's constant. You don't see no pretty, nice doctors. I mean, Married to Medicine was good, and then they turned ratchet. Every show I have seen where the women was decent. Don't get me wrong, it's a show. You're going to have a little bit of some drama, a little bit, but every show, it always turns to shit. Because the truth is, and then we say why, because it's the reality. We don't like to see the truth. When it comes to these reality shows, this is a significant amount of our people, and we're in denial about it. A lot of our people are ghetto as shit. A lot of them. Unprofessional. I see, y'all know this to be true. I've seen so many black people complaining about black businesses not being professional. Never on time. These fucking hairstylists overbooking all the time, eating on top of my head, trying to do all this other stuff. Now, you do have some who are, but they get overshadowed by the ones who aren't. So I'm not saying something y'all don't know, because y'all have seen black people say the same thing. But then when other people not black say it, all of a sudden, it was so racism. But then y'all get up here and y'all admit the shit. Why are we always seeing black women and men acting ratchet on TV and stuff? Because a lot of them are. And you're seeing it. Everybody's just seeing the shit on TV. We see it when we go out in certain places. Let's say the quiet part out fucking loud. And then the ones who don't act like that, they get an attitude. Oh, you think you high sedity. You ain't white. Oh, you a part of that boule. Oh, you still a nigga. And they do all that other stuff. Shut the fuck up. Get out my fucking face. I don't give a fuck. You got to be able to know how to maneuver between different worlds. Because trying to promote filth has gotten us nowhere but picked on and looked down on. And the destruction of the children and the so-called community. Y'all got to let this shit go, but black people don't want to let it go. They like the filth, a good portion of them. All these influencers who are popular, some of those ratchet women I seen, ghetto as hell. Pretty, good body, ghetto as hell. Ghetto as hell. But it's become so popular that a lot of black women, they don't even know what ghetto is no more. They can't even spot it because they ghetto too. A good portion. And then if you say it, oh, that's classism. Oh, you racist. Oh, why you talking about your women like that? You anti-black? Yeah, I'm anti-ghetto black mentality. And it's not going to help me move up in the world and be taken seriously. And I don't want my fucking daughters acting like that if I had any. And ghetto hood rat men too. They get on my nerves too. They always want to fight somebody. And they don't know how to be romantic, a good portion of them, some of them. But will look down on speaking properly and dressing nice. Look at how they treat Russell Wilson, please. Okay. So let's move on to the next topic. When I saw this, I was disgusted. This man could kiss my butt. He actually had the nerve. This was in Florida. He took the life of his wife and her 13-year-old daughter because she asked him to turn off the video game. He did all of this because of, he did all of this over a video game. She said, please don't shoot me. And I think he still did it in her face. Okay. So this is the man. They blurred out the children's faces. His wife is no longer here on the earth, all because she said, please turn off the video game. And he got the weapon and took out her and tried to take out the family. Took out some of them. Let's see real quick.
Jason's been drinking during the evening, and he's watching his football team, the 49ers, play football. Well, they're having a good night. They're winning. In fact, they won big. Sometime toward the end of the game, at around 11 o'clock, an argument began when Crystal suggested they watch something else on television. And the argument got really heated. Crystal told her 12-year-old son to go call 911. So the 12-year-old flees to the neighbor's house in order to dial 911, and as he's leaving the house, he hears a gunshot. Deputies arrive in less than 5 minutes of the call for service, and when we enter the house, we see that Crystal Kinney, the wife of Jason, is shot in the head and dead. But it gets worse. We go into the bedroom and we see a 13-year-old child, a little girl. She shot twice. She shot in the shoulder and she shot in the face. We later learned the bullet in the face hit her on the bridge of the nose, went straight up and out the top of her head. She is alive in critical condition, but stable at Lakeland Regional Health, and is alert and talking. That's a Christmas miracle. Jason shot her twice and intended to kill her. He didn't, however, shoot his biological child, thank God, who was 1 year old and in a crib. He shot his stepdaughter. He didn't get a chance to shoot his stepson, who had run to dial 911. Jason then jumps into his vehicle and flees the scene just prior to deputies arriving. He is going toward Lake Wells. He calls his sister in upstate New York, and he says, I've done something very, very bad. Very bad. I did something terrible. And this is the last time you'll ever talk to me. You'll see me on the news, but I am not going to jail. I'm not going to jail for the rest of my life. Her
So, he said, I'm not going to jail, and this is the last time you'll hear from me. Well, guess what happened? He took his life. He barricaded himself in the shed or something, and he took his life. So he's not going to jail for taking the life of his wife, trying to take the life of his stepdaughter. Stepson ran out, and he didn't harm his child with her. All of this because she said, turn off the game. And they got in an argument. And here's the thing. He was doing cocaine as well. Hold on. He was on cocaine, doing cocaine again. And she was concerned about it. I'm going to read and skip through some of this, okay? It says this occurred while he was drinking and watching a football game. Her 12-year-old son again ran to the neighbor's house to get help after they got in an argument because she wanted him to turn off the game or whatever. He heard the gunshot, and the sister is in the hospital. Okay, hold on. Let's see. He called his sister again and said he did something very bad. He went to his father's home where he barricaded himself inside a shed and then took his life. Okay. Let's see. She had an argument with him over continuing to watch Monday Night Football in their home. He had been drinking while watching the San Francisco 49ers versus the Colts. Okay, and she confronted him about it on the TV. Okay, so I'm trying to find what it said about him. She had left him a note before. It says, okay, during a search of the home, investigators discovered a handwritten note that the wife had wrote to him, urging him to seek help. It said that it warned he was drinking and using cocaine again, and said that this was not how the family should be. So he was drinking before. He was on cocaine and was drinking in the past. And she wrote him a note telling him to stop doing that this is not how our family should be. Apparently he started drinking again. I'm not sure if he was on the cocaine again. And then it escalated because she said if he could turn off the game. And he took her life, tried to take her daughter's life, shot the daughter in the face, and the son ran out. All of this, oh my goodness, can you imagine? The wife is no longer here. They have their mother is no longer here on earth. And they said he didn't harm his child that he had with her, but he was going to take out them stepchildren. I can tell you that a number of times there are stepfathers who actually hate their stepchildren. They hate them, or they want to do things to them because they hate the mother. They hate your mama, so they want to harm you to make the mama feel bad, to get back at her, type of thing. They do things like this if they try to hit you or fight you, and some of them will take their life. DV rates increase during football season, says Micah. I mean, this is horrible. Jessica says, what a coward he was. Mika, the fact that he attempted to take the women out and the girl says something to me that they were his targets, you know, and I believe it. This is disgusting. Now she has to recover from 2 shots to her face. Her mama is gone. They're traumatized for life. You will never get over something like this. You never recover from something like this. So this is absolutely disgusting and horrible. So I'm thinking real quick. Oh God, y'all. I'm trying to think if I need to pull up something because I actually have to go to the bathroom, y'all. I've been live for an hour and I have a few more things to show you. So I'm looking real quick if I can pull up something to play real quick while I go to the bathroom real quick. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to play something right now. Really quick, not all of it. I guess you can call it a preview of a video that I'm going to be talking about very soon, hopefully. So watch this, and I'll be right back in about 1 minute.
Women of color who are not white but who are also not black deeply envy the way that black women celebrate themselves in defiance of white supremacy. If you're an adult black woman, you've likely observed the ways in which women of color can be equally vitriolic towards you, and it can sometimes come as a shock if you haven't experienced it before, because you would think with being a black woman and then meeting with a woman of color who is ethnic and not white, our shared history of oppression would unite us, and in fact, it does not do that. And the shared history of oppression doesn't unite us, not because black women aren't looking to reach across an aisle or extend an olive branch of collaboration or cooperativeness. It has everything to do with the fact that women of color who are not black and who are also not white don't celebrate their ethnicity the way that black women do. They celebrate how close they are to whiteness. They celebrate their proximity to whiteness. So that proximity to whiteness, or the lack thereof, is what determines their outlook. That's what determines their self-esteem, their confidence. Yes, they may be a person of color, but they're likely from a country where skin bleaching is the norm. They're likely from a culture or society where wearing colored contact lenses to lighten their eyes is the norm, is the standard, is the expectation. They're coming from colorist societies that strictly enforce caste systems, right? They're coming from societies that were indeed oppressed by Western imperial powers, but a holdover of that oppression is reflected in the way that their modern society is structured, especially when it comes to beauty standards amongst ethnic women and women of color in particular. Now, then you have black women, particularly black American women, and especially where skin bleaching is frowned upon. And while there is colorism, the colorism in our societies does not negate the self-esteem and the pride that black women have in their skin, in their culture, in their essence, in their confidence, in their self-esteem, in the way that black women present themselves and move through society with just this measured sense of freedom and confidence. There was a TikTok creator on here who made a note that as black women, you know, we can't be bought, and as a result, we are extremely free. That freedom inspires envy from groups of people who are trying to align with white supremacy. Women of color and people of color in general don't view themselves as ethnic. They view themselves as ethnic when it's convenient, right? But they don't view themselves as ethnic when it comes to measuring their beauty standards or measuring their success in life. That's when it becomes very much they're comparing themselves to white supremacist standards and expectations, right? That's not the case for black women. Black women are black when times are good. Black women are black when times are bad. Black women are black when we are no longer the beauty standard, or our features are no longer the beauty standard. Black women are proud when we are at the top, when we're at the bottom, when they're in the middle, when we're educated, not educated, when we're successful, when we're not successful, so on and so forth. There's no stopping Black women. There's no limit to our happiness, to our joy, to our self-esteem. There's no limit to the way that we move through the world in spite of and in defiance of the world's hatred. So you have women of color who don't move through the world that way because they don't want to. They want to be celebrated by white standards, by white supremacy, by white attention. So they are deeply insecure of their status as not being white, like just shy of being white, just shy of being the accepted beauty standard, or just shy of being celebrated. And then the Black woman walks into the room who doesn't give a damn who she's celebrated by, doesn't give a damn who is celebrating her, because she's celebrating herself. That's clear defiance of expectations and standards. And that self-esteem, that confidence drives those women wild. You remember sometime last year when that podcaster was talking about how Black women have allegedly larger sexual organs because we sleep with Black men who have larger sexual appendages. Remember that? What was her name? I can't even remember her name, but I told her off. And you probably remember that TikTok video I made where I said her pum pum was dry like chip, right? But that's just like one small morsel of the kind of envy that women of color have towards Black women, because we celebrate ourselves. We don't care whether or not white society or even our own society or culture celebrates us in all the different shades that we come in and all of the different iterations that we come in. We celebrate ourselves, and the way that we uphold ourselves, the way that we carry ourselves, the way that we honor ourselves, our beauty regimens, when we don't have beauty regimens, whether or not we're moms, whether or not we're educated, whether or not we're anything. We're still us. You know what I mean? We still have that essence. We still just have that unspeakable it that so many other people want to put their finger on and grab and control and minimize and diminish and keep their foot on our necks and stuff. And no one can ever keep us down. And we don't care about white society standards or...
Okay, hold on, actually, sorry.
Expectations. We live and thrive in defiance of those things, whereas women of color, by and large, do not. They care very much about white expectations and white supremacist standards, and they cannot fathom living a life.
Okay, so look, she said, now look, y'all, she's not Black American, and this is her opinion. And look, Black women wear different hairstyles and stuff, so is she lying, though, about a lot of what she says? And it makes you think about the competition, how you have women who think, well, shit, I'm still not Black, so I'm still better than you. And the treatment, even when you date interracially, you will see a lot of women who are not white women. They even stare or give nasty looks because they're pissed off. They're pissed off that the white man has chosen you, type of thing. Maybe they thought they should have got him, type of thing. So, there's a lot. Yes, she's mainly talking about Black American women because in other Black countries, some of them can be butt kissers and some of them do the bleaching and all that stuff. So she's mainly talking about hating against the Black American woman. Okay, so that's a video. Well, I played it. I guess you can say you saw it here, but I might speak about it separately on a entire different video. Okay, so let's jump right in, okay? So shame on this man for what he did to his family. We're seeing so many men take out their women constantly, the femicide rates, especially for Black women. And it's crazy because they're like, look, men are always saying that women are the emotional ones, but who do you see keep going off and taking us out off the planet constantly? Unalive and trying to unalive the entire family over saying turn off the effing football game, the game. So it's crazy out here. It's crazy. Okay. So let's see. Hold on.
Jason's been drinking.
Okay, I wanted to talk real quick about... Okay, hold on. This is the supermodel that we know. I'm trying not to get her name wrong. She's Sudanese. She's extremely popular. I believe she was discovered on a college campus, and now she's super rich and one of the top models in the world. Anyok Yoki Onyon Yok. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. But she actually is going through something very serious. Very, very serious. Anyok Ye or Yo. Okay, Anyok, Don't get me, don't be mad at me for butchering this woman's name. Don't get mad, okay? So she actually is dealing with a congenital defect, okay, overworking her heart and slowly destroying her lungs. She actually went into surgery and she didn't tell nobody. She didn't tell anybody that this was going on. So everybody saw her and was in shock, because you can pass away from something like this. You can pass away and nobody wants to see that happen. She has had her dream come true, and now something like this. And I think she had a robot do it or some type of thing. Let's see what she said. She says, for the past year, I've been dealing with this silent battle. I incidentally found out I had a congenital defect, overworking my heart and slowly destroying my lungs. What started as something asymptomatic for the majority of my life turned into a lingering cough, which turned into chest pains, bouts of coughing up blood. Oh my God. Then times struggling to breathe. I chose to work through this while trying to find the right doctor at the right time. I quickly realized there was never going to be a right time, and my health would continue to worsen. I've always thought I could outwork and output. Hold on, let me make this bigger. I always thought I could outwork or outrun anything, but the universe has a way of slowing you down and waking you up. So recently I had a robotic lung surgery, thanks to Dr. Robert Sarfello and his gracious and talented team, who I am forever indebted to for giving me more time. And I am forever grateful for Dr. Hamik Sasusian, and everyone, okay, for discovering my condition. Thank you to all the doctors and the amazing nurses. Thank you to my friends and family for being the first thing I saw when I woke up. So now I'm healing, but I'll be back. I'll see you. Okay, so thank God she didn't pass away. Pray for her. Yes, melanated. And this was shocking, though, because she's just, you think she's so healthy. I mean, you see her on the runway doing her thing, and, she's in top shape and everything. And she says she was coughing up blood and stuff. So I know a lot of you are a big fan and supporter of her. And I just hope that she's okay. This is very, very serious. Very serious. So hopefully she recovers very soon and very quickly. We have, look, y'all, I think I might have to go in again. DDG, Holly Bailey's baby daddy, his sister, Titi, proposes to her long-term boyfriend. That's her on her knees. That's him standing up, looking like a woman. Him standing up while she proposes on her knees. This is how y'all women are going out today. This is how sad it's gotten out here, that you're proposing to men. Another one. This is like the 5th one I've seen this year. I'm like, so is that bad? You just can't accept that he don't want you. You think because he's dating you and he's effing you that he wants you. He don't want to marry you. It says long-term boyfriend. So she got tired and said, I'm going to propose. Why would you want that? Don't you want the man to choose you? Don't you want to know that he wanted you? You had to propose to him? You going to end up cheated on and heartbroken. I'm sorry. I just don't like this. I don't like seeing women getting desperate like this. This is desperation. Hardcore desperation. I'm not going to do it. I'm not getting on my knees to propose. I'm not getting on them. I refuse to do it. I will not get on my knees to propose marriage. If I've been with you for a long time, which I don't want to do at all, but let's say I did, and I wanted to get married, if that's something I wanted, it shouldn't even take 2 years. It shouldn't even take that long. If that's what I want. Now this is what y'all doing. I'm sick of it. I don't want young women to see this and be influenced to think this is the cool thing. It will never be cool. It's never been cool any time in history, and it never will be. It never will be. I mean, it's one thing to tell the guy you really love, man, I would love to marry you. I don't even know. I don't know. Some women say that like in the heat of the moment and they're in love. I love you so much. Oh, I want to be your wife. I can't wait to marry you. I've seen women testing men and doing a prank where they'll call someone and says, I don't know, I have to ask my husband. And then the guy will light up. I'm like, they're like sending a hint to him type of thing. But I don't even want to do all that. I feel like let a man be a man. Men claim that they know within 6 to 8 months if they want to marry you. That's what they're saying. And other people said, oh yeah, it shouldn't take a man over 6 months to know, you know? And then they're saying don't sleep with him until after 3 months. And some people say don't sleep with him at all, but you might want to know what he's working with before you say I do so you're not upset. But my thing is that, you know, I mean, seriously, I ain't got to get on my knees to propose. Get your head out the gutter, Kiki, with what I said. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my God. Okay, so I mean, I'm just not a man. A man ain't gonna never respect you knowing that you proposed to him. He's gonna always be able to throw that shit in your face if y'all get in an argument. Well, you proposed to me. I didn't want you. I didn't want you, but you was desperate. Yeah, you was. Even if he don't mean it, he could say that just to cut you. Like, well, you was desperate, and you proposed to me. I was talking to other women. I had options. You proposed to me. Got on your knee to propose to me. I felt sorry for you, so I said, yeah. No, 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 no. Okay, now let's get into Claudia Jordan. Is this the last thing? Oh, this might be. We'll see. Claudia Jordan, very famous, very popular. She was a video vixen. She was a model, and she has been relevant for a while. She's been doing her thing. I applaud her hustle, how this woman has been able to keep her name out there for all of these years, making her effing money. Okay, so she says the harsh truth on dating in your 40s and gives advice to black women. You think when you're finally ready to settle down, it will be a lot of supply on the shelf, and that's not true. Of course, the black men are having a field day. Kevin Samuel rises again. Kevin Samuels is king. The Godfather said it. People said this before him. It's just common sense. The older you get, you're older. A lot of men have kids or divorced after a certain age. Or if he hasn't been married at 50, sometimes there's something wrong with the man. He didn't believe in commitment, or he has penis problems, he's older and all this other stuff. It's a lot of different stuff. But here's the quiet part. No, some people don't want to say. I'm not saying what she's saying is not true, that the options might dwindle. The thing is what makes you think every woman that's young has options like that? A lot of women who are younger are not getting married. Hence why they end up 30 and 40 and 50 still not married, because when they were in their 20s, they still couldn't meet quality men deserving of being their husbands. There's not a lot of quality. Women are suffering. Women are suffering. A number. Men want us to settle. A number of them, not because they all care about us, but because they want, the wife supply. They want coochie on demand. They want a hot cooked meal. It's not because they necessarily care about your mental well-being all the time, because that's definitely not true for a number of them out here. Okay? I don't like it. I literally saw a woman. No, that video I did recently about a woman who said wear a fake wedding ring on the job because they respect you more. They don't ask you to work overtime all the time if you don't want to, and it's just different treatment. So a woman said, well, luckily for me, I was married. Well, perhaps you wouldn't have these problems, ladies. Just get married. I'm like, why do y'all tell us this like I can just walk outside and have a husband the next day? It doesn't work like that. You can't just get married. A man has to ask you to get married, and you have to have a quality man to marry you. I'm not saying yes to the first fucking man that asks marriage. I'm not doing it because that's desperate. You have to be the one, because I don't want to leave you. I don't want any temptation to cheat on you. I don't want to look at you with regret and disgust. I want to know that I wanted you. I want to know that I wanted you and I wanted this. Not I did it because I was desperate and scared and I felt I had to do it because society was this. I'm not doing it. And a lot more women is being highly embraced right now. Women who are child free or without husbands, because damn it, I don't have to settle and be miserable. You deserve happiness. I deserve happiness. And we need to be together. A lot of people end up settling just so they're not alone, or to please society, please their parents, And they're not even with the person that they want to be with. Now, it is true, sometimes you can pass up good men. This is a real thing. This does happen. It does, and you can't go back in time unless the man is still single. I always said I have regret of one guy, but I was like, how old was I? Shoot, I think I was 17 or 18. I know you're like, well, shit, that ain't, I don't care. I still think about him every now and again. Every now and again with these type of discussions. I was working, and when I came in now, I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was Indian or Pakistani or something. He was cute. He was cute. And when I walked in, the first time he saw me, I talk about this. And no, I'm not obsessed with the memory. It's just a regret I had later. Like, damn, why this shit? But I walked in, and his eyes lit up, and he looked at me in a way that no guy had ever looked at me. Like he was struck with lightning, like love at first sight. And that was the look in his eye, and I noticed it. But we were working together, and I don't know. And his cousin wanted to talk to me, and he was very cute. So I talked to his cousin. And he used to ask me, the other one, he used to say, well, give me your number. I don't know why I didn't take him serious, or I was scared or something. I don't know. But I was young. So I was shallow, and I went off looks. And he wasn't even ugly, by the way. He was handsome too. But the cousin, I talked to the cousin, which he was a butthole. He ended up being such a butthole. And I remember, I was young and naive, and when I was on the job, he was treating me different. He was catching attitudes with me. He was saying smart mouth things to me. And I said, stop this. Why are you doing this? Being stupid. Of course, duh. He's jealous and upset. You talk to his cousin instead of him. Of course. But at that time, I think I was 17, 18. But his cousin was such a nasty person. And we didn't talk long at all. Not long at all. And when I look back, I thought, why the fuck did I do that? The way he looked at me, you remembered it, because it was the look of pure love and being struck by lightning. And I said, if I would have talked to him and he was of a different culture, I said, I probably would have been married to that man, even though he was probably 18. He had to be like 18 or 17, 18 too. But in other cultures, they actually get married at fucking 20. I know it's young. I'm like, that's a young thing. But I remembered it, and I'm thinking, you know what? Who knows what would have happened if I had actually talked to him instead, and he really, truly wanted to talk to me and was in love with me. He didn't know me. He wasn't in love. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, you know what? I might have been married. Who knows? I might have ended up married to him for all I know. Because in his culture, that shit would have happened. I'm sure on that. But the point is I was younger, and I had someone who truly was in awe and wanted to be with me. And I fucked that up. But I don't really look at it with big regret, because I'm like, well, shit, I was only 17, 18. But still, I still remember it. I still remember it. And I thought about him over the years. I'm like, no wonder I wanted to say, I don't know why I talked to your cousin. I should have talked to you. And, how are you? Even if he's married, like, I'm happy for you. I understand why you caught an attitude with me and stuff. And if I could go back in time, I would have chose you. I'm serious, So just to talk to, I don't know where it would have went at that age, but I would have done that differently. So hold on. All right. That's just one memory. I remember that. Another guy, I know y'all gonna laugh at me because I'm like, is she really going back to middle school and shit? But I have these memories. Like, there was one guy, I told you this story. He was picking on me. We were at the table, together, and one time he was European. And I said, why are you acting like this? And he said under his breath, he says, because I like you. And I froze because interracial at that time, even though I was attracted to guys not black, but it wasn't something that you saw a lot. And I didn't know what to do. And plus, like, we're young. Like, well, I don't know what to do. So I got quiet. Plus, he was always mean. And then he finally admitted, oh, it's because I like you. So I ended up moving away. And I came back. This was high school, right? And I came back. And he had the same face, but different. He grew to be like damn near 6'5", 6'6". He had looked so good. And I was walking down the hall. And I saw him. We're walking right by each other, and I'm walking slowly, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, oh, my God. Like, oh, my God, what do I do? Oh, my God, what do I say? Does he recognize me? Do I still look the same? Because he still looks the same. And I didn't say anything. We walked by each other, and then my heart was racing, and I'm thinking, oh, my God. What do I say? I'm like, he wouldn't remember that, though. I said, no, if I remember it, I'm sure he remembers it. But it was just it was like one of those things like off a movie when y'all just like walk by each other, but you're looking. And I'm remembering he told me he liked me. And I didn't know what to do. Now a few years have gone by. Now he's grown up and he's big and tall and good looking. And I'm like, oh, my God. And that's just the story. I didn't know what to say or do. But, okay. Sorry, I'm taking y'all back through memory lane. Just a few. I ain't telling y'all all my memories, but those are two right there. So, child. Okay, so Claudia shares the harsh truth again. She says you don't have all the options when you get older. Hold on, let's see. I have it on video. Let's just see.
What do you wish someone had told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, you know, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting. You know, if you find that good person, like a lot of times we wait, well, it's not the right time. It's never going to be like the right time. I would say go for it more. I wish I would have someone told me just go for it. I probably have overlooked a good candidate before, you know, like maybe,
why is that though?
Me thinking the timing thing, maybe prioritizing career. You know, I definitely was always like work. I never thought I could like enough cushion built up to like relax and take my foot off the gas and start a family.
And then did that just go on and on and on, and then you be 100 years old and you like, it's still working.
Still working. And I think I will say specifically with Black women especially, I feel like we don't really have the luxury to think that we can kind of take time off like that. You know, and I specifically say Black women because like we're usually the backbone of everything. You know, not even just with our families, but with our friend circles. Like it's always something for us to do. We're always taking care of somebody else. I don't have children, but I'm always like feeding a friend or taking care of someone or helping somebody out or doing a favor. And I think that's a cape that we put on ourselves. No one told us to do this. It's just something in us that we do. And if you think about the Black woman in your life, you probably think, damn, she's like a superwoman for everybody else. When does she slow down for herself? I think with Black women specifically, it's harder for us to ever feel like we can just kind of take a break. We have to be like all gas, no brakes. I don't think we have the luxury of feeling like, okay, I can take a breather now and relax. And I think it's really sad. You know, there's all these statistics about 45%, 65% of Black women will never get married, you know, and we're out here taking care of everybody else and not getting taken care of. And I think it's really sad. I think we self-impose this cape on ourselves to save the world. Look at all the marches. Look at all, I know this is dating, but I got to bring it into like the political space. We're always at the front lines for everybody else. For everybody. brother gets killed, we're in the front lines. The LGBTQ community, we're in the front lines. Other women that are not even showing that up as our allies, we're in the front lines. Gaza, front line. We're always there for everybody else. And on top of all the stuff in our personal lives, we out here trying to save the world. When does that leave time to like really feel comfortable? When does that really leave time to like relax and or even just like put yourself first or dating? And I just feel like a lot of women get caught up in saving the world and then they leave little time for themselves.
What do you wish someone had told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down.
Okay, so yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Keep it simple, please, because there are black men who get off on this. See, you black women, Claudia is half white. Her mother's a white woman. She's an Italian white woman. And black men will promote, see, this is why you got to get another race of woman. Well, your daughter, your biracial daughter is suffering. She can't get a husband. So what do you have to say about that? Okay. Now, she does identify as being black, and she's seen as a black woman within society and lives her life that way. And a number will go through it with black men. Okay. But look, when you get older, you don't even have to be 40. Especially, I had said before, especially if you want to date interracially and get married, baby, in other cultures, those men are married at fucking 22 and 23 and having kids. So a lot of times, like if you go on a dating app or whatever, a lot of the men that's available to date, if they're not cheating, a lot of them are divorced. A number of them, if they're like 30, and 30 is not even old, a number of them are divorced. Not all the time. You have them who are single, but you also have a number who might be recently divorced or divorced because they already had a wife and kids at like 20 something in these other cultures. And even if they're not from other cultures, a number of the men, period, once they're mid 30s and 40s, they've already had kids. Now, half of them you also look at, does he have baby mamas? Why didn't you marry any of them? I have to look at that. I don't want to deal with that. But then you also think, well, you're 40 and 50. You've never met a woman you wanted to marry. Then I'm thinking, is there something wrong with you? And if I find out, a marriage is a piece of paper, I'm not dealing with you. I know exactly what it is with you. And then she's saying that the good men, the good men get snatched up. They do. You have the men, the ones who are good, who are not the majority. They're married. You have the men who are gay. You have the men who don't even date black women, or if you appear to be black to them, they don't. You have the men who are in prison. You have the men with bad hygiene. You have the men with small penises. You have the men who can't dress well. You have the men with sucky personalities. You know how hard it is to find the one. I've been saying that for both men and women. It's easier for men to settle down sometimes because they get coochie and have amazing O's and all that other stuff. But yeah, with a woman, I don't know. Sometimes you think, is he really the one? Do I see myself really being with this man forever? When you think about marriage, it's not some game. You're talking about forever. Okay? Also, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you're watching this video. Okay, get those likes up. So, but yeah, when you're younger, you think you have your time. Why do I have to settle with the first man that wants me for marriage? Or I don't necessarily see it, maybe. I don't like you all the way. You're not established enough, or you're a cheater, or our personalities just don't mesh well. I don't know if I see myself being with you to the day I die. And she's basically saying, I look good, I had options, but if it just doesn't work out, but it doesn't work out for women who are young. They just settle, a number of women out here. Men will say, oh, a woman needs to be married at 25 and stuff. Okay. I don't agree, but why don't y'all ever tell this to men? Why are y'all always bothering us? We don't propose marriage. I have yet to see men tell men, you need to be married by 25 and stuff. You need to seek a wife. Actually, the older men are trying to take all the young women. But how often do you see them telling a 25-year-old guy, have you found a wife? Are you seeking a wife because they need a husband at this age? Are you son, you're in college still? No, I don't care. Don't sow your oats and stuff. I need you to find a wife before college is over. But dad, I just got in school. I mean, I want to date. I want to get some pussy. I mean, dad, I really don't want to. But no, 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 no. You can't have all the coochie and experience and have that college life. And even after. No, she's 25 now. You have to get married. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen men on a campaign to tell men who are 20 and 25 and 27 and 30, please can y'all find a wife? Go seek a wife like the Bible that we claim to believe in, like it said. When are you going to seek a wife? They don't propose marriage. When are you going to start dating more seriously? You don't see this campaign of them telling them to go find a wife so that the 20-something-year-old can be picked to be married. Yep, Lisa says married at 25, divorced by 35. This is what's going on. The women who got married, who thought, all this stuff, they're divorced in their 30s, and then the men get online on podcasts saying that they're damaged goods. But they did what you said. Now they're divorced, and now you're trying to fucking date their daughter that they had with their husband. They get married young, have a baby, and then when they're in their 30s and get divorced, the men, the age of their father and older, are now trying to fuck her daughter and saying, I don't need you no more. You ain't no good. Oh, you're divorced? Why you ain't stay? I don't care if he was whooping your ass. You was supposed to stay. Who gonna want you now? Baby, shit. If you upkeep yourself and look good, men are still going to look at you, even if you're over 30. If you still look good and they can't even tell how old you are, they still going to look. They want the coochie supply. F you, get married. If you leave him, you're divorced on the market. They're going to diss you and then come after your daughter that you have with your husband and say, see, we need to get them young because they're better. And then it's the same cycle all over and over again. So I agree somewhat of what Claudia is saying. That's just the reality of what she said. But what they're not saying is that not every woman is meeting husband material quality men in their 20s to pick to settle down with. And then time keeps going on and on and on and on. Women, they'll think, oh, at this age, I'll be married with kids. 5 years. Well, at this age, I'll be married with kids. 5 years again. Well, okay, it's getting, and then time just, you could either adopt, become a baby mama by choice if you want to, and raise them kids. I'm not saying I agree with all that all the time. Or you can do what Ebony K. Williams did. She's successful and beautiful, couldn't find a quality man, and said, fuck it, I want a child. And she had a daughter and had the sperm from the sperm bank or whatever. And that's what she did. I mean, I would prefer children to have parents at home, but what do you do when it's a nightmare and it's not working out like the dream and what they told you? I see men all the time saying it's not like what our grandparents had. Your grandma who was miserable with your granddaddy half the time. The dream, the story is not what I thought. Well, it's the same thing for women. Most women believed I would be married at 20-something. I'll have a white picket fence and a pretty house, and he'll have money, and we'll travel, and the sex will be good, and I'm going to have his kids, and he's going to love me, and he's never going to look at another woman again, and it's going to be all about me, and he's going to love me. That's not the case for most women. Okay? And then you have people in arranged marriages who are miserable too, but they had to do it because their family and culture demanded it from them, and they're miserable. Or they'll say, well, love will grow over time. In some cases it does, and in some cases it never does. So, I'm just saying. All right, so that's what Claudia had to say. And let's have some fun real quick. One has to go. A musician, their music, like you can't listen to it. It's like, nope. One has to go. Now, I don't know who to pick. When I saw this, I said, I have no idea. You have Toni Braxton, Janet Jackson, Lauryn Hill, and Brandy. If you were told one of these artists has to go, not die, but you can't, it's like, no, their catalog, their music, you can't effing listen to it. They got to go. Who are you picking? Because I don't know. First of all, Brandy is staying. Brandy stays. I fucking love Toni Braxton and Janet Jackson's music. Lauryn Hill, I don't listen to her music like that. But I do like 3 songs from her. I like The X Factor. I like Turn the Lights Down Low with Bar Marley's son. And I like That Thing, That Thing, That Thing, That Thing. Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys are only about that thing, that thing, that thing. So Lauryn is very talented, but I listen to Toni, Janet, and Brandy's music more than her. So I'm going to have to pick Lauryn. But this is hard, though, because I think that Lauryn has a lot of quality music. I just don't listen to her music like that all the time. But when I do, I love it. Toni Braxton, come on. Breathe again, breathe again. Love should have brought you home last night. You should have been with me. Should have been right by my side, baby. And I love her song, Long as I live, I'll never get over. And he wasn't man enough for me? Come on now. Come on. Janet Jackson. I can't get rid of Janet. This is a Jackson. Okay, Janet, The Pleasure Principle. The Pleasure Principle. Oh. And If Your Girl, not Aaliyah, If Your Girl Only Knew, but if your girl knew all the things I want to do to you, I make you call out my name and ask you who it belongs to. If I was your woman, the things I do to you, but I'm not, and I won't, and I can't, but if I was your girl. And I love, oh my God. I'm trying to think right now. There's so many songs Janet has made that's timeless. So I can't get rid of Janet and Brandy. Y'all know how I feel about Brandy. I'm not playing about Brandy. So Lauryn for me. Let's see what's said in the chat. Okay, so far, Lauryn Hill, Lauryn. I don't listen to Toni like that, but I do like her. Janet is an icon. Brandy is a legend, and Toni. Lauryn Hill all day. I love Janet Jackson. The Jacksons is the reason music even exists. Hold on. I had to cough, y'all. Sorry. The Vocal Bible, Brandy. Janet has too many hits, yeah. Okay, so y'all have decided Lauryn's music catalog got to go. And I love the days of music. I told y'all VH1 Divas was everything. Now, there were more artists that were there. Brandy, Tina Turner. This was a photo I just saw on the internet. I said, I remember this. I remember watching it. You have Aretha Franklin, rest in peace. Mariah Carey, come on. Gloria Estefan, Shania Twain, Celine Dion. Celine Dion is like up there for me. Gloria Estefan has some pretty good music. Aretha Franklin is legendary. I think is that something Kirk. I don't know who that woman is. The third woman with the third woman. I know that woman. I just can't remember her name right now. But this was a legendary night. Absolutely legendary. They don't make shows like this no more. VH1 Divas. It was an event. Everybody got dressed up, and the best of the best in the industry came out to perform on VH1. It was everything. Oh my God. That was 1999. It was so iconic. Oh my God. Yeah, Whitney Houston. They had Whitney on there. They gave Whitney her flowers. Yes. So I wish they would come back with the VH1 Divas or something. It's like, what's going on? We don't get the good stuff anymore like we used to. In music and entertainment, it's just dwindled so bad. This was a legendary night. So, all right. So, there's one thing I want to show, some good news, some good news. This is what I like to see. An Atlanta church This is when people say, I want to go to a church that's really about the people and actually helps the people. An Atlanta church eliminated $1.5 million in medical debt for more than its 1,100 members of the families that go to the church. This is how you do it. This is what it looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what it looks like for a church. You know, for a church to really show the word that I'm going to help the flock and the sheep. I'm going to lead them. I'm going to help them. I'm going to help their lives be better. And that's what he did. This is what he did. And I praise him for that. This was so amazing to see. It says a church in Atlanta has taken a significant step to help families in the metro area by forgiving $1.5 million in medical debt. The effort was led by the ministry and supported by the national nonprofit partners that specialize in buying and canceling medical bills and at steep discounts. Through this initiative, thousands of local residents will see their medical obligations completely wiped out, giving them financial breathing room and reducing long-term stress. Leaders of the church said this move was inspired by their mission to serve the community and provide tangible support to people struggling with high cost of healthcare. Many of the families whose debt was deemed was cleared had been carrying bills for years, sometimes unable to pay or facing collection. The campaign generated emotional reactions from people whose debt was forgiven, with some tearing up. Tears of relief and gratitude. Church officials emphasize that this kind of debt relief can have a ripple effect, helping families focus on other priorities such as housing, education, and day-to-day living expenses. Representatives from the partnering nonprofit highlighted how strategic buying of debt of secondary markets allows a relatively small investment to eliminate large amounts of medical liability. They encourage other faith groups They encourage other faith groups. To do this as well. Community organizations to consider similar programs as a way to ease financial burdens locally. You see what I'm saying? This is wonderful.
An Atlanta church is actually paying off $1 million in medical debt for those in need. This comes as you might realize Affordable Care Act subsidies are going to expire at the end of the year. So Spirit and Truth Church says its congregation altogether is going to provide $1 million to help those who need it. They actually announced this yesterday during their church services. And after that announcement, the church continued by giving 400 toys to kids. So Spirit and Truth Church is actually one of Atlanta's fastest growing churches, in case you don't know, adding more than 2,000 members in less than 3 years. And so let's listen to a little bit about what Pastor Mark Moore had to say about this decision to pay off medical debt.
Groundbreaking for us, trying to be relevant to the need and to what the moment requires. We've noticed, of course, the recent...
This is so nice. He looks a little related. He looks like someone in my family.
Changes in healthcare, and we made a decision to do something about it. We don't want to just be a church in the heart of the city. We want to really have the city in our heart.
So, look, I wanted to leave with some good news, and this was just so sweet. Wasn't that sweet, and wasn't it cute seeing them happy little babies? And this was so nice. And to me, they said, look, hopefully we're an example for other churches to do this. Help your congregation, help the people that go to your church. We had talked about this about a year or two ago. I had a wonderful caller in who said that she went to other churches, a Jewish church, and noticed how it was community and programs to help. Well, now look, a black pastor and the church are doing it. So this is just so sweet to see. And yeah, I feel like if you have a church, find out, do people that go to your church, do they need home repair? You know, what are things that they need? Have them write down a list, a wish list, or their problems in private of what's going on around the home and things they need help with. And then you build community to help. So this was just so damn sweet and amazing. $1.5 million in medical debt completely erased. This is amazing to see. Absolutely amazing. So, oh my God. I'm trying to find something real quick. But leave a heart if this makes you feel really happy. Leave a heart if this makes you feel happy seeing something like this and that you hope to see other churches do this. I hope so. This was just so nice. Look, Sonia says, what? The black church actually giving back to the community. This is rare. I mean, this is amazing. Hopefully, praise God, this happens and more churches do this. I would totally love to see this. So, that is it, everybody, for today. Sorry, look, I got riled up earlier. Like I always say, what I say, it doesn't apply to everyone. I'm not a perfect person either. But I'm tired of certain stuff. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all for joining me. And I'll be talking to you all soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell and click all notifications. And y'all know, those y'all who have been with me for a while, y'all already know, baby. I've had my channel. Baby, I've had a YouTube channel for a long time. So y'all know back in the day that I've already said some of this stuff. And I'm still saying it. So y'all already know. Okay? So you all take care. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you do, click the bell for all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. You all take care. Bye, everybody.